Hello, on my workbench are two American Flyer pre-war freight cars, and they are in really rough shape. The goal for these is to get them cleaned up and actually repainted, because this one, this gondola, has most of its paint is already gone, top and bottom, and this one has been repainted, and it is quite disgusting. It has been stored in a garage or a barn for a very long time, and you can see there the thick layer of dirt on the inside of this car. So the best way to repair this is going to be take it completely apart and sandblast it. So that's what we're going to do, and then I will paint it and then reassemble it. It's also missing an axle, so I have to find something for that. Thought I'd want to show you where I got the inspiration to do the paint scheme on this Caboose as well. I was browsing around for something that would be rather interesting, not plain old red, or plain yellow, or brown, as a lot of Cabooses are. But I really am fascinated by these pre-war, brightly colored tinplate style trains. And so I was browsing through this book and looking for something that would fit my Caboose paint scheme real nice. So let's take a look and see if I can find the page that I'm looking for. Let's see. There's some really neat passenger cars here. Gold and black, silver and gold. I guess these are trolleys. This one is. This is the Carlisle and Finch section. Unfortunately, you can't really tell the colors on these black and white pages, but here we go. So this page, I had considered doing something along the lines of one of these, like this dark yellow. I know this is like a rusty yellow look here, or this probably repainted orange and black. That's sort of neat. Love the glossy look on all these. Down here we got some brightly orange or yellow painted tank cars and gondolas, hopper cars. Here's some Caboose examples that I was considering. These are brown and red. So that, or I guess, yeah, brown roof, maybe black roof and red. That would have been a good option. Down here you've got like the larger size Cabooses. You know, these are all faded colors, so red, brown, sort of an orangish and brown. That would have been neat. As you can see. Here's some color pictures of these locomotives. Again, there's the sort of brass colored, copper colored, a green one, green and yellow. More brightly colored and painted. Here's one that I considered, is doing a green and chrome colored paint scheme. That was one thing I was looking at. Doing that Caboose in that chrome and green, or like the copper and green. That I think is pretty neat. Here we've got some Hafner passenger cars, and here we're getting closer to what I'm looking for as the sort of color scheme I went with. We've got black and green on this little four-wheel car here with yellow trimming. I didn't do any yellow trimming on my windows though on my car. This is cool. This is an orange and blue. That contrast looks pretty nice together. We've got another black and green. So I'm kind of leaning toward that black and green scheme right here. Getting more of that black and green colored. And then down here there's some red and green, red and red. I believe this is the page I bookmarked, yes. Got some lithographed box cab over here. On this page, move that out of the way. Again, another orange and black car, red and black. This is the color, I think this is the one that kind of made up my mind. It's just a black roof and green, glossy green painted sides. And that is where I came up with the paint scheme for my Caboose. Now let's get it put together. Well, it's been a while. But I've been working on this, painting this American Flyer Prewar Caboose, and I decided to do black and green as the colors. So what we're gonna do, well, it's all painted now, so all I need to do is remove the tape off this, and then I'm gonna start piecing it back together. So I painted this without taking the trucks apart at all, so everything just got completely repainted, including the trucks themselves. And the couplers and the coupler pins. That was a hassle. Okay, we have the tape off the frame. And the next thing I'm going to do is start reassembling the trucks. Actually, what I want to do is actually coat these axles, but I've got the axle bushings that I stashed away. I have exactly 7 of these, so I'm missing 1. Kind of wanted to polish these up a little bit. So let me see about polishing these up and I'll come back. Well, I have the journal box covers reinstalled, and I'm glad I did that off camera because it was not too difficult, but it was just tedious enough, and I didn't want to scratch the paint. So I was carefully able to reinstall all 8 journal box covers, which is strange because when I took them off, I only remember taking off 7. So at least I have all 8. I'm happy for that. Now, I polished up the axles with some WD-40, and that'll kind of coat and stick to the metal to help keep it from rusting. So I'm not going to put the axles or wheels in right now. I'm going to wait on that a little bit, but I'm going to instead put the axles and wheels on a card that I got from a viewer, and I did an unboxing of that, but you've never seen it before, so I'm going to cut to the unboxing here. Got an American Flyer unboxing today. This one came to me from a viewer of the channel, who's also not too far away from me. So, he sent it to me in the mail, which was really kind of you. Thank you, Jeremy. So, I'm going to unbox this, and let's see what's inside. I hope you enjoy this American Flyer tank car. Keep up the good work on YouTube. Thanks. Oh, look at that. Even sent a couple Lionel ribbons. This is actually an American Flyer tank car. Once upon a time I owned a Lionel and it came with a couple of these. Pretty neat. Oh, looky here. So this is, looks like a big American Flyer sticker. I'll have to figure out where I'm going to put that. Thanks, that's actually really great. I wasn't expecting that. That is really neat. I'll have to find a place to put this guy here. But let's take a look at the main attraction. I think, if I remember, this doesn't have something. Yeah, so this actually is going to need just a bit of work. Oh, actually, it looks like the tabs just came out. So those can be just popped back in and twisted. And then it's got no axles, no wheels underneath. But otherwise, it's in really nice shape. I've been kind of wanting to find a yellow pre-war tank car like this. Nice tin plate, everything. And Jerry was kind enough to send this over. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. I want to see if I can scrounge up some wheels from another car I'm going to borrow, and we'll give this a run on the pre-war loop. And now we're back. This car, it has no wheels or axles. So I decided, I found some that I stole off another car that is in much worse shape. So we'll just pop the wheels and axles in here, and this will be ready to go. I'm going to clean it up a little bit here quick. Almost feels like this was painted somehow. There's like a different texture here. It's like a thicker layer of something on there. That's an unusual. So I'll put the wheels and axles on first. This one's also missing 2 journal boxes. All right, now we're ready to put the axles back on. And these, quite conveniently, just slide into place. So we'll go ahead and do that. So something like that. And then all I need to do is bend those backs flat. All right, there we have it. One completely assembled shell tank car. I'm going to take this over to the tracks, and when the axles are ready for the caboose, we'll finish assembling that. All right, I'm really close to getting this caboose finished, so I'm going to put the axles on and put as much of it together as I can, because I want to get it tested out real soon. So I've got 3 axles, and I have these all polished up, so we're going to just put these together. Okay, I need one more axle. I'm going to go find something that I can steal an axle off of. I'll be right back. Okay, found an axle I'm borrowing, so let's get this put in here, and then I will finish the rest of the caboose. Rolls pretty nice. Use a little bit of heavier oil, only because I'm out of light oil. And this will stick in the axles a little better. Okay. We are ready for final assembly. And I've got my shell. Here's how the shell turned out. I actually separated this and painted each piece pretty much individually. The hardest part was the cupola because it was riveted together, or it's all crimped in one piece, so I didn't want to break that. But I was able to remove everything, and I painted the inside caboose green. I found this really neat color of paint at the store, and I decided to do the interior a different shade so it resembled more of a real caboose. The outside, it's not supposed to be really a Christmas theme, but just a nice green and black caboose color. So, let's see. And I am going to remove the top. The nice thing about these is that the tops come off quite easily. So let's see if I can balance this all together here and do it on camera. All right, I want to get these tabs bent on, then we'll take it right over to the track and test it out. All right, there we have it. My custom painted caboose is finally ready to be put on the tracks and tested out. So let's do that. We'll meet you over at the layout. All right, red caboose, time to move. Let's put this out of the way for now and bring our custom painted green caboose up into the train. So I've had several painting projects over the past few weeks, and this is the first one that I've completed, and it so far has turned out the best. Let me know if I should do custom lettering of some kind on this. The originals were just sticker decals, so I think I will probably put the American Flyer Lines sticker decals back on the openings here and here, and I might do a railroad line in the middle where it's got room. Let me know what you think. For sure, though, I'll probably put the American Flyer Lines decals back on. Here's another caboose project I'm working on. This is going to be for a local tourist railroad, not too far away from me. It's going to need a little bit of touch-up work, otherwise it's not too bad. Okay, I've got our shell tank car and a box car and our American Flyer caboose coupled to a Marx locomotive because my American Flyer locomotive doesn't run at the moment. So this should pull it just nicely. Alright, that is going to be it for this Caboose project. I have a lot more 3-rail projects of the American Flyer type coming up in the future. I have my pre-war K5 Pacific locomotive that I have parts ready for the rebuild of that, but that's going to be later this winter. The only problem is I haven't been able to do larger size locomotives for the pre-war because I have 027 track, and the Atlantic pre-war barely makes that tight curve radius. So I'm on the hunt for some wider radius track, and I'm going to build an elevated line. That and some other rather unusual or special 3-rail projects, not Line L, are coming down the line in the far out future. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.